Blessings. Welcome to today's Law Enforcement Daily Devotional. Uh, I just jumped up, read this morning, and wanted to get right into it. So forgive the appearance, but the word's more important than my appearance. So let's get into today. Today's read was First Chronicles chapters 22 through 24. I hope you read up on this. Today, if you did get up and read in on this, man, you're looking at list of the Levites and the fathers and the list of their children, and then you get into some of the duties of the priest and what their official charge was when they were at the temple, whether they were a gatekeeper or whether they were in charge of utensils and all these things. And for me, after we've been reading these stories of David and military conquest and all the drama that's going on with his family. You get to this couple of chapters where it's just a list, and you're just, for me, it was just like, oh, kind of a, not a letdown. God's word's never let down, but just kind of, man, there's not as much here, not what I expected. But after I got done, I just sat here for a second, thought about it, and what God did today in First Chronicles was He laid out the responsibilities for individuals and for families and for groups, and it shows that God is very involved in the details and very involved in the planning. He doesn't want anything to be missed. Growing up, I always heard this saying that you didn't have to brush all your teeth, just the ones you wanted to keep. Well, I want to keep them all, so being very detailed in brushing your teeth and make sure every one of them gets attention is very important. Just like every part of temple service is very important. So I equate this to our departments and the rank structure we have in our departments. God is very involved in the details. He's very involved in the personnel and their responsibilities, and God will put people in place where He wants them. Now, from a flesh standpoint, I may not necessarily agree with that, but that's not my decision to make. That's God's. So we've got to be very careful of that, and we have to continue to pray for our leaders, as we've seen in the studies over the last couple of months. That's hugely important that we do our part in praying for our leaders and pray for our departments. So it wound up being a great takeaway from today. I hope you read ahead and that you get the same thing out of it. And if you didn't, go back and read it, take a look and see what you think. Tomorrow's read, we're going to jump into Psalm, and we're going to read Psalm 30. Come back to First Corinthians, and we're going to read Chronicles, not Corinthians. We're Old Testament, not New Testament. First Chronicles chapter 25 and 26. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and stay safe.